So let's explore the relationship we have with thoughts. When you find a minute or a few seconds and you just sit down and observe what thoughts are or what they do or where they come from, then we soon realize that they just come and go. Usually we are very obsessed with thoughts because we think they are from us and about us, and that's the only reason why we are so stuck to them in a way, or even hypnotized by them, because we think they are from and about us. And that's also why most of us are constantly and fully identified with thoughts. So depending on what your thoughts are, you're either in a good mood or in a bad mood. If you have positive thoughts, you feel great and you're in a good mood. And if you have negative thoughts, you don't feel great and you're not in a good mood. So, and the nature of thoughts is to, is to think positive, is to think negative, and it's in a way in a survival mode, a default mode. And when we are identified with thoughts, then our days will look like that, positives and negatives, and mostly negative though. So instead of so the first reaction is usually, okay, let's just think positive thought, let's push away all the negative thoughts and let's think positively. But it may work for a few moments, maybe for a few days, but it's not really a solution, because it's still all about attracting positive thoughts and trying to avoid negative thoughts, and it's like exhausting in a way. The other, I think, stronger solution to this is to understand that the thoughts are not from us and about us, because that's the only clue that there is to identify with the thoughts. So how does it work? So instead of trying to meditate and saying, no, I only want to attract good thoughts, or manifesting something, it's enough to see in the moment a thought occurs, to see that this is not your thought and it's not about you. Like in an analogy is, imagine you're listening to a radio, driving in your car, you're having a great day, and usually you listen to music or whatever you're listening to and you're enjoying it, and then imagine all of a sudden the radio announcer is talking about you, and you get all of a sudden nervous and hope they're not gonna say anything bad about you, and you're glued to the radio in that moment. So it's the same way. So instead of trying to only attract good thoughts and avoiding the negative thoughts, it's enough to catch that in the moment, to see that those thoughts are just thoughts like clouds in the sky, and you're not the clouds, but you're the blue sky. And as of then, thoughts, they do not have any power over you anymore. There's like a strong immunity, and you're no longer concerned with whether there are good thoughts or bad thoughts coming. And that's it. So it's not so much about, constantly thinking positively and trying to attract and trying to control anything, but it's about realizing that there's no control, and there's no control needed. There may be a seeming control, a claiming happening. It's like there's a baby with a mocking wheel in the car, and the mother is driving, and the baby thinks or pretends as if the mocking wheel is, turning the car left or right. And it's like a game, and in actuality the mother is driving. And it's like this, what we do all day, every day in a way. We pretend as if we are in control and if we're controlling everything, but it's much more relaxing when we realize that something else is, driving life, something else is driving the events in our lives, and something else is driving those thoughts, and that's it. It's just to recognize that. And then what happens is there's a peace that is beyond a state of mind. Many times we think peace is one of the state of minds that we can achieve, but there's a lot of exhaustion related to that, and that's not the peace we're talking about here. This peace is beyond any state of mind. It's there whether your state of mind is positive or negative, but there is a peace beyond that, and it's enough to focus on that, and it will give you peace that you would have never imagined that were possible in your life.